Hello everyone, my name is Chapin, and I'm here to talk about deforestation in the Amazon. Have you ever seen those movies where the main character goes into the dark and dangerous forest and has to survive, like in Jungle Cruise and the Lost City of Z? Well, that forest, my friends, is the Amazon. I know many of you don't really know what the Amazon is, but a lot of you have heard about the amount of plants and animals going extinct in the world, and a lot of those comes from the Amazon. While I may not be a biologist, I have researched a lot about the topic, and today I'm here to inform you about what I have found. Deforestation in the Amazon is a big deal, and the worse it gets, the more of an impact it makes on our world. Today I'm going to talk about what is deforestation in the Amazon, ongoing effects in the current state, and what can be done. Now let's go into what is the Amazon and what is deforestation. So what is it? Deforestation is when trees and forests are cut down for agricultural use, urban use, and fuel. The Amazon is a forest in Brazil that spans over 2.5 million miles and is home to over 3 million different plants, mammals, insects, and tree species. Along with that, it's home to the Amazon River, which is over 4,000 miles long. Next, let's talk about impacts on biodiversity in the Amazonian people. When the rainforest is torn down, it destroys habitats, it pollutes rivers, it decreases the biodiversity, and it destroys the soil. This all affects the Amazonian people because they rely on this to live. Next, let's talk about climate effects. When the forest is destroyed, it affects the weather patterns in the entire area. Along with that, it destroys the soil. And when the soil is destroyed and dried out because there is no forest cover, that makes more greenhouse gases go into our atmosphere and deplete the ozone layer. Next, let's talk about ongoing effects and current state. I'll be touching on how it started, the ongoing efforts, and current state. How it started. According to Council on Foreign Relations, retrieved November 5th, 2024, in 1960, the population skyrocketed. It went from a few thousand people to over 2 million people. Along with that, new inventions like bulldozers and chainsaws were invented that made it way easier to destroy the forests. Along with that, they moved the capital of Brazil into the middle of the Amazon rainforest. And that made the highway right through the Amazon rainforest, only increasing the amount of deforestation. And then let's talk about ongoing efforts. Efforts started to be made for conservation around the 2000s. The Los Amigos Conservation Concession and the American Region Protected Areas Program were both created to protect the Amazon rainforest from deforestation. Currently, in 2022, around 20% of the Amazon rainforest has been cut down. Along with that, scientists have said that if the deforestation gets to over 25%, that the rainforest will shut down. Along with that, currently the Lula administration has increased law enforcement to make sure to monitor the amount of illegal activity in the Amazon rainforest. Now let's go into what can be done. What can be done? It starts with consumer awareness. This is what you can do. What you can start by being a discerning consumer. So when you go into grocery stores, you can buy brands. Make sure that it's not a company that's illegally manufacturing out of the Amazon. Along with that, you need to stay informed. Be aware of what's going on in the world around you and speak out. Next, lifestyle adjustments. You can start by eating a forest-friendly diet. Less meats and more plants. Think about a vegan diet. Along with that, we can lessen fossil fuels. Use less electricity around your house. Take shorter showers, things like that. And along with that, we have policy making. This is not something that you can't really do, but policymakers can do. And that starts with increasing law enforcement to manage the amount of deforestation and illegal activity that's happening in the Amazon. Along with that, they can create incentives for local businesses to make sure that they're doing the right thing. That kind of covers what can be done. And now let's go into the summary. So to summarize, I've talked about what the Amazon is, what deforestation is, the impacts, the kind of timeline surrounding deforestation, and what can be done. What I want you to take away from this is you can do something. Just because you're one person doesn't mean that your one action makes an impact. Doesn't make an impact. If more of us do it, then more of us can make an impact. And I want you to take away from that that you can do something and you can make a difference. Does anyone have any questions?
How many acres a year are deforested in the Amazon rainforest?
Thank you so much. Your question was how many acres a year are deforested in the Amazon rainforest?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the answer is over 192 million acres are lost annually in the Amazon rainforest. Thank you so much for your questions. Are there any other questions? Well, thank you so much for listening today and have a great day.